Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another half price books haul. But before we get into that, I just want to thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Now let's get into this. So it's been almost 4 months since my last haul. And I'm gonna be honest, I know I say this like all the time, but I dropped quite a bit of money in the bookstore today. I got a total of 10 books. I think that's the most I've ever purchased from half price books in one like trip. So yeah, like I mean just look how heavy. Oh, look how full this bag is, y'all. Like she full. She like pregnant. But yeah, y'all know the gist. I'm gonna go through each book, read the book jacket, give you a little context on what they're about. Oh, and before I get into like the stat, I want to give y'all an update. So do y'all remember like the last 2 half price books hauls? I unknowingly started buying books that belong to a series. The series is written by Guillermo del Toro and it's called The Strain. Well, the first book is called The Strain. And when I went today, I tried to look for the 3rd one, but it was not in stock. So I'm just going to have to get it off of Amazon, which I'm totally fine with. But I just wanted to give y'all a little update. I did not find the 3rd book in the store. I wish I did, but I'm going to Amazon to get it. So let's get started with this haul, because we're going to be here for a minute. Get comfy. Ooh, yes, okay. So this first book is called Siren Queen by G. Vo. I think the N is silent. Here she is. Okay, so obviously this is written by an Asian author. Now, usually I have a hard time finding really good books with people of color as the main character, or even written by, you know, people of color. And I read this book jacket and I read a little bit in the middle like I always do. And oh, like I love it. And if I'm pronouncing this name wrong, I am so sorry. I don't mean to. So y'all know how this goes. We're gonna open the book jacket and read her. Everybody sit down, crisscross applesauce. It was magic. In every world, it was a kind of magic. No maids, no funny talking, no fainting flowers. Luli, I think that's the name. Luli Wei is beautiful, talented, and desperate to be a star. Coming of age in pre-code Hollywood, she knows how dangerous the movie business is and how limited roles are for a Chinese-American girl from Hungarian Hill. But she doesn't care. She'd rather play a monster than a maid. I so totally feel that. Like, coming up as a child, seeing lots of black actresses being cast as the help, or, you know, something that's kind of diminishing, I'd rather them be the villain than be a damn maid. Felt that, but let me keep reading. But in Luli's world, the worst monsters in Hollywood are not the ones on screen. The studios want to own everything from her face to her name to the women she loves. Oh. Wait. Okay, so clearly I did not read this all the way through like I always do. I just saw like that first paragraph. I said, oh, that's enough for me. And I cracked it open in the middle to see what it was about. So this is Sapphic 2. We have a Chinese Sapphic. We have a Chinese lesbian? Is that what I'm hearing? Possibly Chinese bisexual woman? Is that what I'm hearing? I did myself a favor. Okay, sorry. The studio wants to own everything from her face to her name to the women she loves, and they run on a system of bargains made in blood and ancient magic. Okay, yeah, I really didn't read this all the way through in the store, because what? There's magic involved as well. Powered by the endless sacrifice of unlucky starlets like her, for those who do survive to earn their fame, success comes with a steep price. Luli is willing to do whatever it takes, even if that means becoming the monster herself. I know, that's right. Siren Queen offers up an enthralling exploration of an outsider achieving stardom on her own terms. A fantastical Hollywood where the monsters are real and the magic of the silver screen illuminates every page. See, I knew this book was gonna be good because just reading this first paragraph right here, I didn't even get to the women she loves and the magic. I just read this first part right here and that's all that I needed. I don't even know you can see this. I don't know if it's in the frame, but that's all I needed. I was like, oh, and I cracked it open in the middle and this book is messy. This book is messy as hell. And I was like, oh, I have to get it. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, the author is so cute. She's adorable. She is so cute, you guys. Aww. Yep, but Siren Queen, I can't wait when I get around to this girl. This Reading Rouge on this gonna be a time. I can already tell. Excited about that one. Oh, I forgot to mention. So I try to get 2 books from each genre that I like. In the store, I got 2 horror books, 2 mystery books, 2 like just regular fiction books. That's one of the fiction books. 2 romance books, and 2 like young teen or older teen, young adult books. That's what I got. Yeah. Right? I got 10. Alright, next pick. Ooh, I love this one. So this one is called One to Watch by Kate Stayman London. Here's the cover. Isn't that adorable? Love it. Now this one, I got some really good finds today, like, you know, because the diversity was just there. If you can't tell by the cover, this one is going to be about a plus size girly, and we need that inclusivity. Because it's usually just like regular looking broads. They mostly skinny all the time. And we need something to shake it up. We need, you know, the big girls need love too, damn it. Let's read the book jacket, come on. Real love as seen on TV. I love how I just did that. As seen on TV. Okay, let me stop. Bea Schumacher is a devastatingly stylish plus size fashion blogger who has amazing friends, a devoted family, legions of Insta followers, and a massively broken heart. Like the rest of America, Bea indulges in her weekly obsession. The hit reality show, Main Squeeze. The fantasy dates, the kiss-off rejections, the surprising numbers of guys named Chad. But Bea is sick and tired of the lack of body diversity on the show. I know that's right. Get sick and tired, girl. Since when is being a size 0 a prerequisite for getting engaged on television? Right. That's what I'm thinking. I think that all the time. Just when Bea has sworn off dating altogether, she gets an intriguing call. Main Squeeze wants her to be its next star, surrounded by men vying for her affections. Bea agrees on one condition. Under no circumstances will she actually fall in love. She's in this to supercharge her career, subvert harmful beauty standards, inspire women across America, and get a free hot air balloon ride. That's it. I know that's right. When the cameras start rolling, Bea realizes things are more complicated than she anticipated. She's in a whirlwind of sumptuous couture, sorry, I was about to say culture, internet culture wars, sexy suitors, and an opportunity or 2 or 5 to find messy, real-life love in the midst of a made-for-TV fairy tale. In this joyful, razor-sharp debut, Bea has to decide whether it might just be worth trusting these men and herself for a chance to live happily ever after. I just want to go on a little rant real quick. I won't take too long. But being someone who is mid-size, like I'm not plus size, but I'm not like skinny either. I'm like in the middle. I'm a little thick. You know what I'm saying? So like I definitely agree with the sentiment that, you know, there's not enough representation out there, whether it's like in fiction or reality TV. It's usually these really skinny model looking people, you know. Where are the people with the little bellies? Where were the people with lots of ass and thighs? This fly, oh my god, I need to kill it because it's gonna bother me. Especially for like these reality shows where people are like finding their soulmate and stuff. Now I don't watch all that stuff. I have never seen Love is Blind. I've never seen 90 Day Fiance. I've never seen nothing of the sort. But the clips that I have seen, there are no plus size women. There are no like, there's not even any mid-size women. So like, oh y'all, this fly, I can't. Hold on, I'll be back. Yeah, that's all. I just really felt that as a mid-size woman, you know, where's the representation at? We need it too. We want love and stuff too. And then when I cracked it open in the middle, I was at this really cute part where she was like talking to one of the bachelors or whatever, one of the contestants, and he seems really sweet. I think his name was Wyatt or something. I hope I end up enjoying Wyatt because the way that he was talking to old girl, I was like, oh, he's a sweetie pie. Who's in here? So this is one of the mystery books I got, and it's called Cross Her Heart by Sarah Pinborough. Here's the cover. I love like this color. Like I want to get my nails done like this. I'm gonna get red chrome. This is so like, oh. All right, let's over her up. Lisa lives a very quiet life. A single mother nearing 40, she values her privacy and devotes herself to raising her 16-year-old daughter, Ava. Wary of men, Lisa doesn't speak of her past or Ava's absent father. Her best friend and co-worker, Marilyn, wishes she would open up more and maybe finally go on a date. especially with the new sexy client who's obviously keen. But maybe Marilyn shouldn't be handing out dating advice given her own problems. Well, damn. Ava, meanwhile, is getting tired of her overprotective mother. She wants to live like a normal teenager, chill with friends, go to swim practice, study for exams, have a boyfriend. Her mom would freak if she knew that Ava's already got someone special, someone exciting and mysterious, who makes her feel sophisticated and wanted. Lisa has spent a long time looking over her shoulder, but lately she's been especially uneasy. Just when she starts to let her guard down, small things from the past begin to intrude upon her carefully constructed life, feeding her anxiety. As her world begins to unravel, Lisa knows that the only way she can protect herself and her daughter is to face her fears. Yet courage won't be enough. She'll need help from the only person she can trust. Marilyn. Between them, they have to save Ava, and to do that, they have to be honest with each other. Truly honest. Marilyn did promise she'd do anything to help, but a long time ago, Lisa made a promise too. Then she broke her word, and that betrayal hasn't been forgotten or forgiven. Now someone is going to make her pay for her sin. A captivating, hair-raising psychological thriller. Oh wait, this is a thriller. / mystery, whatever. Cross Her Heart is a masterful tale of obsession, intrigue, and suspense that will leave you reeling. I can tell because the whole time that I was like reading a book jacket in the store and like skimming through here, I was like, what did she do that was so bad? Like, what did this woman do? I'm like, did she like unalive somebody? What'd she do? She scammed somebody and get away with it? What did she do? I want to know. So this next book is a horror book, and it's called In the Garden of Spite by Camilla Bruce. Here's the cover. Now apparently this is a novel based off of The Black Widow of LaPorte. Now I have never heard of this. Apparently she was a female serial unaliver. The only one that I know of and heard of is Eileen Wuornos. So I'm a little behind on my herstory. Don't come for me. Let's read this book jacket before I get an audacious novel of feminine rage, one of my favorite things, and one of the most prolific female serial unalivers in American history, and the men who drove her to do it. What I be saying, y'all? What do I say all the time? Men just ruin everything. They whisper about her in Chicago. Why gotta be Chicago? Is this where it happened? Men come to her with their hopes, their dreams, and their fortunes. But no one sees them leave. No one sees them at all after they come to call on the widow of LaPorte. Am I saying that right? Is it LaPorte or LaPorte? I think it's LaPorte. I'm gonna keep reading. The good people of Indiana may have their suspicions, but if those fools knew what she'd given up, what was taken from her, how she'd suffer, surely they'd understand. Belle Gunness learned a long time ago that a woman has to make her own way in this world. That's all it is. A bloody means to an end. A glorious enterprise meant to raise her from the bleak, colorless drudgery of her childhood to the life she deserves. After all, vermin always survive. So I was skimming through this one and there was some banter going on. I don't know. I know it was between the main character and I guess a friend of hers, but the banter was so, it was just witty. It pulled me in. This wasn't even like an unaliving part or like anything graphic. It was just like a witty, funny part. I said, oh, yeah, put it in the basket. But yes, In the Garden of Spite. I love the cover art. Like, it's so eerie looking. I love that. Oh, she on the spine too, girl. Can't escape her. Okay, so this is the romance book, this next one, and it's called The Burnout by who? Sophie Kinsella. Sorry, the sticker was covering her last name. Yeah, Sophie Kinsella, The Burnout. Here, see? Here she is. Take a look, take a gander. I say this every video just in case like there's one new person that's on the channel that has never seen my face before, but I have a love-hate relationship, mostly hate, with the romance genre when it comes to books and stuff, but I'm trying to give it another shot, give it another chance. But this book jacket, I was kind of like, why am I already having a really deep understanding of this main character? Because like, I get it. But let me read it so y'all can understand why. Sasha has had it. She cannot bring herself to respond to another insane, urgent, but obviously not at all urgent, email or participate in the corporate employee joyfulness program. She hasn't seen her friends in months. Sex? Seems like a lot of effort. Yeah. I see you. Even cooking dinner takes far too much planning. Sasha has hit a wall. I feel like we've all had like this point in our life, or we have it every once in a while. Armed with good intentions to drink kale smoothies, try yoga, and find peace, she heads to the seaside resort she lived as a child. But it's the off season, the hotel is a dilapidated shambles, and she has to share the beach with the resort's only other occupant, a grumpy guy named Finn, who seems as stressed as Sasha. How can she commune with nature when he's sitting on her favorite rock watching her? Nor can they agree on how best to alleviate their burnout. Sasha manifesting, wild swimming, Finn drinking whiskey, getting pizza delivered to the beach. When curious messages, seemingly addressed to Sasha and Finn, begin to appear in the sand, the two are forced to talk about everything. How did they get so burned out? Can either of them remember something they used to love? Answer: surfing. And the question they try and fail to ignore: what does the energy between them, flaring even in the face of their bone-deep exhaustion, signify? So, let me just tell you what I think is going to happen. They're both going to come out of their rut or burnout by screwing each other. That's going to be the cure for their burnout and stress. And alleviating stress is they're going to screw each other. It's a romance novel. I feel like it's going to happen at least once. I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I read the book sometime eventually. Alright, next one. Oh, okay. This next one. Y'all know this one. Y'all know this one. The next book on the list is teen fiction. It was in the teen fiction section, okay? And this is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. I have never read the book. Don't come for me, please. Oh my goodness. Let me explain. I've never seen the movie either. I've only seen clips, like bits and pieces, but I haven't seen it in its entirety. And I know there was a lot of hype, controversy, and, you know, outreach when this book was released. What was it, 2016, 2017? I've heard good things about it and I've always wanted to read it. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is a sign, so I'm gonna get it. I've always wanted to read it. Let's read the book jacket. 16-year-old Star Carter moves between two worlds, the poor black neighborhood where she lives and the fancy suburban prep school she attends. The uneasy balance between these worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend Khalil at the hands of a police officer. Khalil was unarmed. Soon afterward, Khalil's death is a national headline. Some are calling him a thug, maybe even a drug dealer and a gangbanger. Star's best friends at school suggest he may have had it coming. When it becomes clear the police have little interest in investigating the incident, protesters take to the streets and Star's neighborhood becomes a war zone. What everyone wants to know is, what really went down that night? And the only person alive who can answer that is Star. But what Star does, or does not, say could destroy her community, it also could endanger her life. Angie Thomas's searing debut about an ordinary girl in extraordinary circumstances addresses issues of racism, police violence with intelligence, heart, and unflinching honesty. I couldn't have said that better myself. Oh, not John Green calling this book stunning, literally on the bottom of the book jacket. Oh, I love John Green. I hope he's okay. But yes, The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. Now, obviously, like the synopsis told us, this is surrounding police brutality, racism within the black community, and that is something we have been dealing with since forever, right? And this is always going to be a controversial topic because this is the reality that some of us live. So seeing that and reading about it from a 16-year-old girl's perspective is definitely going to be something interesting for me. Like I said, I have never read the book and I haven't seen the movie in its entirety. And I also remember, this is like a side note, I also remember there being a lot of uproar about Amandla, what's her name? Amandla Steinberg, is that her name? Amandla, the girl who plays Star in the movie. There was some uproar because she was like depicted lighter than Star was in the book, and that's a really big problem in Hollywood, you know, because of deep-rooted racism and colorism, stuff like that, but that's a whole other video. I remember that. That's one thing I do remember, like, when around the time the book came out, how everyone was hating on Amandla because, you know, she was too light to be playing Star. Like, Star was supposed to be dark-skinned, and then so here comes Amandla. But that, I remember that going around social media like heavily when this book and the movie came out. I can't wait to read that though. I've been wanting to read that for ages and I finally got it in my hands and in my home, so thank goodness. Alright, next book. Oh, okay. So I don't mean to do this really. I don't do this on purpose, but it just happens because I guess this is the way I'm wired. But every time I go book shopping or book thrifting, I always get at least one book about vampires. And here we go. Y'all see my receipt? Sorry. This book is called Undead and Undermined by Mary Janice Davidson. Here we go. The girl's face is kind of covered because the price tag, but yeah. Here she goes. She on the back. She kind of looks like Madonna, no? I think so, like just a wee bit. All right, let's open her up. Vampire Queen Betty Taylor has awoken in a Chicago morgue, naked as a corpse. Her last memory is reconciling with her husband, Eric Sinclair, after a time-traveling field trip, including an indirect route to hell, literally, with her sister Laura. There's already a lot going on, and we're just on the book jacket, so there's vampirism and time traveling. What? Wow. Now she's Jane Doe number 291, wrapped in plastic with a toe tag. Betsy can't help but wonder, what in hell happened? Grabbing clean scrubs, Betsy hits the pavement and heads back to her St. Paul mansion to find that her friends and family have been frantically searching for her, and not one of them can explain how she ended up dead and naked, not to mention in Chicago, until Betsy realizes that she and Laura didn't time travel alone. What followed them had a wicked agenda, to kill Betsy in a time when she was still young and vulnerable and in her future reign as queen. But it's not just Betsy's future that's taken an unexpected detour. Everyone in her circle, alive or undead, is feeling the chill. Betsy can't let the unthinkable happen. It would be a cold day in hell if she did. So we got vampirism, time travel, murder. What more could you ask for? I don't know, like it sounded like a bunch of mess, and then I opened it in the middle and there was drama. Like it was about, I was on a part about a baby daddy who may or may not be like undead or something, and then somebody cheating on somebody, girl. And this was in the middle of the book. I said, oh, put it in a basket. But yes, Undead and Undermined. Yeah. So this next book is a mystery. It's called The Family Game by Catherine Steadman. Now, when I was reading the book jacket, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, is this Ready or Not? I've never seen Ready or Not. I don't know if it's based off a book, if it does exist, or if it was just like a standalone movie. I don't know. But when I was reading like the book jacket, it sounded a lot like Ready or Not. I'm gonna read it and y'all tell me if y'all get the same vibe. A rich, eccentric family, a time-honored tradition, a lethal game of survival. One woman is about to find out if she has what it takes to join her husband's family in this riveting must-read thriller from the author of Something in the Water, Mr. Nobody and the Disappearing Act. The rules. Listen carefully, do your research, trust no one, and run for your life. Does that not sound like Ready or Not? Am I tripping? It's giving Ready or Not, right? The only reason I know what happens in Ready or Not is because of dead meat. I watched the kill count before I watched the movie. I know you're not supposed to do that, but that's what happened. Harriet Reed, a novelist on the brink of literary stardom, is newly engaged to Edward Holbeck, the heir of a powerful family. And though Edward has long tried to sever ties with them, news of the couple's imminent marital bliss has the Holbecks inching back into their lives. As Harriet is drawn into their lavish world, the family seems perfectly welcoming. So when Edward's father, Robert, hands Harriet a tape of a book he's been working on, she's eager to listen. But as she presses play, it's clear that this isn't just a novel. It's a confession. A confession to a grisly crime, a murder, and suddenly the game is in motion. Feeling isolated and confused, Harriet must work out if this is part of a plan to test her loyalty or something far darker. What is it that Robert sees in her? Why give her the power to destroy everything? This might be a game to the Holbeck family, but for Harriet, losing might prove deadly. So without the tape and the literary element, this sounds just like freaking Ready or Not. I'm gonna see though. when I get around to reading this, I'll see. We'll see. So this next one is called Scars Like Wings by Erin Stewart. Here is the book cover. Oh, I think all of these are hardcovers, by the way. Yeah, I got all hardcovers this time. That never happens. Oh, there's a message on the back too. I'm gonna read it. Before I had a place, I was a daughter, a friend, a singer. I was a million things. Now I'm only one. The Burned Girl. Let's read the book jacket, okay? Ava Lee has lost everything there is to lose. Her parents, her best friend, her home, even her face. She doesn't need a mirror to know what she looks like. She can see her reflection in the eyes of everyone around her. A year after the fire that destroyed her world, her aunt and uncle have decided she should go back to high school, be normal again, whatever that is. Ava knows better. There is no normal for someone like her. And forget making friends. No one wants to be seen with the burn girl now or ever. But when Ava meets a fellow survivor named Piper, she begins to feel like maybe she doesn't have to face the nightmare alone. Sarcastic and blunt, Piper isn't afraid to push Ava out of her comfort zone. Piper introduces Ava to Assad, a boy who loves theater just as much as she does. And slowly, Ava tries to create a life again. Yet Piper is fighting her own battle, and soon Ava must decide if she's going to fade back into her scars or let the people by her side help her fly. Now, when I cracked this open, in the middle, there was a bit of dark humor in here. I was like, oh. I was taken aback. I was like, did I just read what I just read? I want to see how this book handles a teenage girl with a severe deformity. Like, I want to see what direction this book goes in. So I'm excited to read this. Yeah. Scars Like Wings. Alright, last one. So this last book that I got is actually part of a series. This was in the teen section, the teen fiction section. Now, I've never seen this book or this series ever in life. Not when I was in middle school, not when I was in high school. I don't know how popular it was, but there were like a few copies of each book in the series. So I'm guessing it was popular. So this is called Charm by Tracy Wolff. Here it is, okay? If this looks familiar and if y'all read this, let me know in the comments if there are any. But yeah, but there's 4 other books in this series. It's giving Walmart Twilight. Now, I've never read the Twilight books. I've only seen all the movies once. But, is it not giving Twilight vibes? Is this not giving like Walmart version Twilight? I mean, Twilight is the Walmart version of Twilight, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm sorry. Let's read the book jacket. He's under my skin. After Katmere, I shouldn't be surprised by anything, including the existence of a world beyond my world called the Shadow Realm. Yet here I am, stuck in a strange, dangerous place with the worst of the supernatural, the monsters that other monsters fear. Hudson Vega. He might be Jackson's brother and ridiculously hot, but he's a complete bona fide pain in my ass. The question is whether we'll find a way out before I kill him or run out of time. She's stealing my heart. Here we go. It's a truth universally known, at least according to Grace, that everything is my fault, but I have a nasty suspicion that Grace isn't as human as she thinks, and she's the one keeping us trapped. Now we'll have to work together not to only survive, but to save all those we've come to call family who live here. Because there's something connecting us. Something stronger than fear and way more bloody dangerous. Ooh, okay. All the letters that are highlighted red spelled broken. I wonder what that's about. When was this published? Let me go see. I feel like this is a little bit older. Publishing, hello? 2022? Is this new? This is new? I gotta know. Like, I assumed it was older because of like the look and the feel of the book. Like, this looks like something that came out in like 2012, does it not? Or is that just me? Like, do you get that vibe? Let me look this up. Hold on. This came out 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years since this book came out next Friday. I never heard of this. Like, I never heard of this at all. If I end up liking this book when I get around to reading it, I might get the rest of the series. So, I'm not just gonna blindly buy series like I did with Guillermo del Toro. Why was that so hard for me to say? Because I know I like vampires, so I know that's my thing. But this, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot though, whenever I get to it. But yeah, Charm by Tracy Wolff, girl. And that is all the books. Ooh, they almost fell off my beanbag, y'all. Let me see if I can hold these up. Because usually I hold up my stacks. I got 10 of these motherfuckers. And they're all hard covers. So let me see if I can do this. This is not, I feel like this is not a good idea. Because I don't want to drop them. I'm going to try and do them in, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, I did it wrong. Oh no, don't fall. I'm going to do one hand, hopefully. It'll be okay. I was gonna hold them in both of my hands, but I can't do that. So, okay, this is really heavy. I don't have that strength in me to hold this with one hand. Oh my god, oh shit. Don't fall now. Don't fall, you just got here. Work with me, I'll work with you. Ready? Here we go. Y'all, this is so heavy. This is so heavy. But that's all my books, y'all, that I got on this haul. 10 beautiful, glorious books. So that concludes our video for today. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And if you made it to the end of this video, what do you comment? Let's see. Comment a frog. I don't know why, just comment a frog if you made it to the end of the video. Oh, quick little update / announcement. I am gonna start filming the next Reading Rouge soon. The book that I'm doing for Reading Rouge, I started a book immediately after that, and I am just trying to decide if I want to talk about the whole plot or just about the characters. So y'all go vote on the poll, please, and let me know so I can like plan accordingly. Yes, but leave a like and comment a frog, please. And subscribe if you want to. I'll see y'all on the next go round. Okay, bye.